All right, folks, welcome back to the channel. So race to the bottom starts once again. And why do I say once again? Because every quarter and every single year from 2022, it seemed like it, right? So we just go through that mental reset with every, I would say, season where people believe deeply that the market will somehow change and shift to better, and there's going to be a reset, a mental reset, a reset that will help everyone actually make money again in real estate, right? And it has been like that for a long time. People trusted, the real estate, I would say, way of making money, right? And all of that is literally gone, like overnight. It seems like overnight. However, whoever holds the bag last, because it's the race to the bottom. Think about it, right? Because everyone that sells before you will exit, and that's it. So when you're up next, if you're thinking to be up next, then it's going to be lower, right? Because it's just a downward pressure. And people are losing trust. And it's like they feel they have been betrayed, right? Like it's like being in a relationship with a commitment. So let's translate it to real estate commitment. And people were secured or sure that that particular investment will make the money for years to come, and it's stable, and Canadian real estate bulletproof and all of that nonsense, right? However, everything changed overnight. So they still believe, okay, let me hold on one more year because it will not collapse, it will shift somehow, and I'll still be stable. That's point number one. Point number two, well, I just don't want to lose because the ego gets in the way. So why does it get in the way? Because they just don't want to do it. Like it's pretty simple. Like, look, like they're calculating, which is fair. They're calculating, land transfer tax and agents and commissions and all of that stuff. And they have been in it for years. I just had a situation where a gentleman bought a condo a few years ago and said, I cannot sell it because that's how much I paid for it. I said, well, like, aren't you watching the news, right? Or my channel? Because that's the reality. Like, whether you like it or not, that's what is going to end up. And he tells me, well, I absolutely cannot sell it. Even though he's in trouble because he will not be able to afford it, in a couple of months anyways. So it's just digging a deeper and deeper hole, or waiting for a miracle, which is probably not the best way to kind of secure your future, right? Like miracles. And they do happen, but not this time around, I don't think. So this is something that you really have to ask yourself that question. Are you willing to hold the bag alone by yourself and be last standing? Like it's a simple question, and it happens over and over and over again. Like I know that people that I spoke to that went through the 90s, they told me the same thing. Like I was stubborn and I didn't want it to sell, and then I was holding the bag, and I was left with like a decade of disaster, waking up at 3-4 a.m. in the morning, walking the living room, did not know how to make the next mortgage payment, and how can I make the next mortgage payment, right? Like everything disappeared, work disappeared, and all of that stuff. And those same folks today are telling me it looks and feels that this time around will be worse. Because yes, we got hit with so many things in the 90s, but this time around it's more complicated, so it's going to be a bigger chaos. Well, anyways, you judge it for yourself, but this is what I'm hearing. So this is just it, right? Like everybody wants to be the hero in this equation, and everyone wants to kind of feel that they can beat the system, and that eventually. So there you go, my battery literally died on me. But anyways, like, diversify your portfolio or whatever, right? Like, it's like, everybody just wants that bragging rights. Like they want to feel heard, right? Even though it doesn't do anything. Like, I've seen portfolios on in every scenario deplete, like gone, like thousands of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars. But like I said, at that, table, it's like an ego trip, right? So anyways, I hope you got some value out of this video. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll definitely see you in the next one.